What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Tuesday, October 12th, 2021. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. I appreciate you all so much. I hope you're doing well out there. Tuesday, Mars Day, but we're also seeing that sun come to 19 degrees today, and that makes a net 10. So it's a manifestation degree, and with so much happening with the moon today in Capricorn. I mean, this is really taking manifestations and the dedication to those and how you can put in that action to get the right relationships. We've all taken huge steps of relating to ourselves and how to put that into the outer world and how to be the most authentic version of ourselves. This is a very powerful day. I think this Tuesday really kicks off, some really strong energy of this Libra lunation when it comes to how we can dedicate to ourselves and put that out there and be like, yo, I'm not going to be a pushover in these times, as we're starting to see our two defining energies start working on a quincunx to Neptune. Like, this is where you can kind of take a stand for what's going to bring beauty and harmony into your life, and really by taking that stand and dedicating to that aspect of yourself of what brings you the comfort in the outer world that you do want because you've done that work inside. Those steps today, that action, that's everything. So whatever shows up in life today is really a big checkpoint. Like, are you going to show up for yourself and relate that to the world in your most true form of yourself? And I mean, that takes integrity, that takes character. And I think that today's a good question about that. Like, those things get brought up today. It's like going to be like, hey, do you have it? Do you have it or do you not? And even if you don't, this is where you can hopefully consciously see what's showing up and be like, wow, yeah, I need to take responsibility for this in my life. Because if I'm just looking for it outside to show up and make my life have what I'm looking for, is that really going to come? The moon's going to trine over to Uranus. You were also seeing Mercury retrograde come off the quincunx today to Uranus. Like, woo! There's something unconventional about how we're all relating to ourselves and the world and what brings us comfort and value in life that's taking this higher road today. And it's going to come through some sort of oomph, some sort of like, it could feel like almost, I don't want to say a block, but almost like we're cutting through all these different layers to get down to what we truly desire for ourselves and how to make the right choices. So I think today's a big choice day about how you can bring more balance into your life by being in the highest form of your character and not suppressing things. So it's definitely a day where emotions are going to get pretty lit up. We don't want to suppress those. Let's feel them. They're going to shift things. They're going to, give us sort of this authority within ourselves to make and bring in the beauty of life that we desire. That moon is going to also square off with Mars and the sun, of course. Bang. There's definitely some bang energy to today as we're coming into the rest of the week where these quincunxes to Neptune are going to be very hard to navigate. They're going to be, you're really going to have to tune into your intuition. Today's almost like it's very apparent what's going on and what needs to be balanced out in your life. Do you really want to weigh those out, or are you ready to take the unconventional approach to the happiness that you desire and that you want to manifest and literally create? Today's such a powerful creation day. I think that today's a big day for relationships. One way or another, whatever relationship in your life, you're going to kind of see, well, who's going into the kind of like, or who's taking responsibility for themselves. And that might be the hard part of today, is you're going to be like, wow, I'm taking a lot of responsibility for how I'm feeling and how I'm navigating life right now. But they're not. And what does that mean? And how do you take that? And do you put, your happiness on their shoulders because they're not taking responsibility? Or do you put it on your shoulders and own up that at least you are being and taking your character to the highest level of your own personal integrity? The moon's also going to make a sextile over to Neptune to finish off the night. So definitely, lots of dreams, lots of visions, probably as we come into the nighttime, or even literally dreams while you're asleep tonight, are going to be very beneficial of like showing you the way forward. And just the vision and just being able to tap in and feel is so important. And with the moon in Capricorn, we can have a tendency to just focus on the physical and not focus on how we're truly feeling. Today's like, you got to do both. You got to do the mystical sea goat thing with Capricorn here and get into your mystical side and use that high level of relating to yourself and what's going to bring the greatness and the manifestation, the beauty in, without sacrificing your happiness and without sacrificing feeling what can come in and show you some pretty amazing things. We're going to see Venus it will touch 6 degrees today and get really close to the sextile to Saturn. So that's building. Today it's going to be exact, or tomorrow it's going to be exact, I'm sorry. And gosh, relationships are such a big, important theme in our lives right now. And I think we're trying to expand on the vision of what free relationships are and who wants to go into a free world and who doesn't. And wow, how much dedication do we want to put into things if they're not showing up on an equal level with us? I think that's kind of where things are. And being able to kind of look into the future and see, yeah, this is something that can be related with or not, and just owning it as it is what it is, and taking all the facts that have shown up in your life with that North Node at 2 degrees of Gemini, and really, being smart about the common sense aspects while also listening to your intuition. And this is a time where we don't want to be deluded or be a pushover by what other people want, but really all that work you've done and all that you've learned about yourself and come to grow into in these times, this is like taking that first step to putting it into play in your personal life. And it might not be the easiest, it might not be the funnest, but I guarantee if something big shows up and you have to make a big decision today, it will be one of the biggest things. And it might be that the hard choice is the right choice, but you'll look back on it and be like, thank God I made that choice for myself, because I knew within my gut that it was going to bring me the best and it was going to be better off for my future. So it's definitely those times, and we can weigh these things out and get a little lost and need someone to show us the way. And I think this is where you own up to what your way is and relate that in the most true and authentic form that you can. As the moon also starts off the day with a square to Chiron. So a little T-square action kind of with Mercury and Chiron. It's just there's a lot of weight on us to make a big call for the direction that we're looking to go and how we relate that. And that's going to be putting the scales in your favor and not letting something else sort of manipulate or push you into a corner of life that you don't want to be in. So definitely a powerful day. You kind of want to take the unconventional route, because your intuition and that antenna in itself is definitely going to show you how to bring the goodness in. But it could be the hard decision is actually the which tends to be that way a lot of the time. But if you have to make a big decision, this is game time. So this is kind of the ignition day, I would say, to, the rest of this lunar cycle of how to really bring beautiful things into your life and how to relate that most authentic version of you. What's up? This is my iPhone. I just wanted to try this. It was a new thing that I learned how to do. For some reason, Mercury retrograde comes along and I'm like, I want to do technology stuff and I want to set up another camera and I'm going to use my phone wirelessly to do it. And I think I figured it out, but definitely not the best quality. Probably won't use this much, but hey, I want to give it a shot and test it out. So this is my test. This is my tester. Thanks for joining me. Wow, the moon card. Yeah, it's that kind of day. Like, it is such an emotionally destined position to be responsible for how you're feeling. And I think that it's bringing change. It's initiation of what you're changing in your personal life. And it's like, wow, this can really weigh heavy. But let's trust those things. I think we're going to see a lot of things that are coming up that we weren't expecting to come up. And we got to deal with those things and own them so that we can make the best possible choice and decision for the future and how we relate that part of ourselves with where the outer projection of reality is looking to go. Sending you all my love and best. This camera's so much nicer. I hope you have a great day. Powerful astrology. We're living through powerful times. I say it all the time, but I just want you to know, like, these are not normal times, obviously, and we got this. We're crushing it. So I love you all. Have a beautiful Tuesday, and I'll catch you mañana. Peace.